right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my first impressions with the Z2 Go. Let's get some of the easy stuff out the way. Ergonomics, feel in hand, feels great. When you actually are using this functionally, it feels good to use. The big component of all of this is probably that they wanted this to feel like a handheld console more so than a PC that just how happens to be a handheld. They went handheld first, and you can tell by a lot of the decisions, the tension within the controller sticks, the ergonomic feel, the bigger than larger bumpers, the clicky clacky buttons, the dedicated Xbox button for convenience and use, still providing you a solid sleep function. Because honestly, I was not familiar with your game Windows. I really thought sleep was broken. Come to find out, maybe it's just the things that I'm using because Ally and Rogue have figured out a way to make sleep significantly functional with this thing. And I'm talking blazing speeds to get you back into your games and blazing speeds to get it off. I am thoroughly enjoying the Xbox Ally. So, what do I want to talk about today? First impressions wise, there's a few things you can go over. Of course, you can go over performance, you can go over out of box feel, you can go over the efficiency, you can go over everything about in between gameplay, all that stuff, blah blah blah. What I want to talk to you guys about is one of the biggest problems I had when I went home with the Legion Go 2. When I handed that off to someone, they were amazed. They were so excited to try it. They felt as if it was a great device. But when I walked away from them and they wanted to switch a game or something potentially went wrong or they wanted to turn it off, it was always a question of did they do it right? And I thoroughly believe if I was to hand this to my wife, if I was to hand this to my brother that's not tech savvy, be able to pick it up, he'd be able to click that power button, he would see that, hey, this is actually functional. What else can I do? What do you normally look at and see when you're picking up a controller? There's an Xbox button there. What does this Xbox button do? Oh, it gives me access to a library. What does that library give me? Oh, it gives me games I can jump back into and I can potentially play. Okay, I see that there's some games here that are installed. Can I click on one? Can I play it? Oh, you can. What about if I want to close it? What do they have for that? If I hold the Xbox button, interesting. I can close out those apps too. I feel like that is such a big deal and nobody acknowledges it. It is so significantly a huge leap that where PC handhelds were before. The full screen experience isn't perfect. I never will say it is. But when I hand over my Legion Go 2, there's guardrails that just don't exist without. And I really do appreciate it on this Ally. Granted, you can put the full screen experience on a Legion Go. That'll be fine and dandy. But there is still some BIOS things that still is happening within the Legion Go 2 that's not happening on Ally. And it's 100% on more so the manufacturer than anything. So that solved something for me. So then I started to think, well, cool, because when I actually was going to, use this thing, I wanted to kind of get an understanding of what that out of the box experience felt like. It was not a terrible experience at all. When I am playing on the Xbox Ally, it doesn't feel like it's a 720p device. If I play games at 1080p, I'd let it fluctuate and I have not had a terrible experience yet. I've played Resident Evil Village, I've played Mad Max, I've played Power Wash, I've played Minecraft, I've played Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, I've played Fallout 4, even played a little bit of Doom. Doom being the only one that made it buckle. I just felt like, well, dang, does this thing really have a power issue? Or is it just perception? So now I'm on a hunt. I mean, first impressions wise, I'm very happy with the experience. But I'm more so now on the hunt for the bad experience that everyone claimed it had. I'm starting off pretty great. Full screen experience is pretty transformative. When I'm playing on the system, I'm not feeling hiccups and problems. Even when I play at 1080p, 20 watt, when I'm playing at those higher wattages, I'm still getting around 2 hours of time before it shuts down. I am still getting a better ergonomic experience. Screen is still 1080p, it's not 720p. I'm still getting the same great sound system or front firing speakers. I'm going to be honest. When I first picked it up, I was very concerned that I was not going to like it. It was going to be a bad experience and I was going to have so many problems. But I just had the exact opposite of that. So I don't know where I'm getting my news. Maybe that's the problem. But today, in this phase of my life, simplicity is bliss. And this was simple. It was simple for its out of box experience. Only took me an hour to get it up and going. It was simple for its Xbox magic per se. I wouldn't call it Xbox magic. I just call it full screen experience. But I was able to pick it up and know exactly what to do, and I didn't have to think about it. And I believe it passes that test of handing it off to someone that is not a traditional PC gamer. I think it passes that test. Is there hiccups now and again? Yes, but there's at least some guardrails now that makes it feel like they're actually trying to achieve something great here. The Z2A is not a bad performing chip. I really thought it was going to be poor performance and bad, but it's more lines similar to what I'm experiencing elsewhere. I'm not seeing something that's like drastically different. 1080p is a great mark for the screen. 1080p 30 is great, but I'm not even getting 30. I'm getting 60. I'm getting 55. I'm getting 57. I'm experiencing this at new height that I thought I wasn't going to be able to reach. And this is the Z2A. I'm really interested in seeing what the Xbox Ally X can do. Now that I've gotten my hands on this, it's just making me feel like I'm missing out on stuff. First impressions wise, is this thing worth the money? Yes, the money I paid for 100%. I did not pay the standard pricing. I feel like the strike point for this is $400. I think these things should be sold out at that price point. It's that good. The only thing that can be potentially holding it back is someone that is very much so, I hate the small screen, but even then, I can get over that. There's so much here to uncover, to talk about, and discuss. This is just my first impressions, but we're going to have a pretty strong and long conversation about this during the review because it just feels like there is so much untapped potential and a lot less conversation around this than it should be. But that's pretty much it for now. I want to thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to have more videos coming up here soon on the Ally in itself, putting it through its paces, always doing a bunch of testing. So get subscribed if you want to see more of that. But yeah, Xbox did a good job here. And I don't think many people are talking about it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
I had to pause. It's over.